Thanks for tuning into the show. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. And let me explain. Anchor is a creation tool that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And the best part about it, it's absolutely free. Download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started. Hey, what's the news today? You're chilling with your girl Friday Communique. So hey, what's the news today? You're chilling with your girl Friday Communique. So hey, what's the news today? You're chilling with your girl Friday Communique. So hey, what's the news today? You're chilling with your girl Friday Communique. So hey, what's the news today? You're chilling with your girl Swarthy Communique. Hello and welcome to Up for Discussion Friday Night Freestyle with Swarthy Communique. Man, we finally made it to Friday. This has been an awesome week. I actually got a chance to speak with a brother that I've been kind of, following after. Brother Sabir Bey. I got a chance to speak with him on Instagram today. That was an exciting time because I'm a person that like to give credit where credit is due as well. And this brother is doing things, okay? He's traveling right now in Spain, all over Tunisia, and all over in that section of North Africa that people don't visit. And he's actually pointing out the Moorish history or the Moors history over in those countries. And this brother's brave. You know what I'm saying? I got a chance to speak with him, and I'm going to talk about it later on in this Freestyle for Discussion podcast. But I want to start off talking about, I know it was a short week. For me, I had to go to work today, but, for a lot of people, they had Friday off. People out shopping, going places, thinking they're getting a real deal when technically you're not really getting a deal. They just bunch the numbers together to make it look as though you're getting a deal. You're still being charged. You're still spending money because after spending all that money on buying Thanksgiving holiday stuff, for your dinner, your big dinner. Now you're going out spending more money, basically making these people rich. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's just to the point where these holidays are really a drain in your pocket. And I noticed we've been indoctrinated with this stuff since forever. As long as I can remember, it's been a Christmas. In school, I remember going to school, and it was the Christmas holiday time, and everybody in the school was making this big fuss for us to sing these Christmas songs and put on a Christmas show for our parents. And, and I felt the pressure, and I'm like, why do you feel this uneasy pressure? I remember when I used to celebrate the holiday, because yes, I used to celebrate the holiday for my kids. But let me tell you one thing. When I did celebrate the holiday, I did tell my kids there was no such thing as Santa Claus. It was Mommy Claus. Mommy Claus did it all. She went to work. She got the money. She went and shopped for the gifts. She wrapped them. She put them under the tree. Ain't no such thing as no Santa Claus. I wasn't giving no credit to no European man in a red suit coming down my chimney. Okay? Nah. He wasn't gonna get the credit because he ain't did shit. Especially when you living in the projects. See, we was in the Bloomberg projects, 15 Hamburger Way back in the day. And yeah, Santa wasn't coming through the project. He wasn't even getting through the balcony because it was gated the fuck off with we were fenced in and shit. What they call that, an animal experiment, but my children knew from a very early age that, hey, Santa Claus is not real. And I remember I didn't feel it as much. I mean, I fell back when I started to feel it, but when Christmas time would come around, like it's a certain type of pressure that a person feels when the holiday seasons are around, because media and propaganda, and because we were raised and indoctrinated with celebrating these holidays. It's like when they come around, it was to the point where if you didn't get nothing for Christmas and you seen all your friends on the block with stuff, you would get depressed in your own mind because you couldn't have things. And that's a psychological effect on children, especially. You know, I don't think our ancestors were celebrating Christmas back in the day. And if they did do a gift giving something, I'm pretty sure they included the whole village. See, in the European culture, it's, to me, like I said, from my point of view, looking at the European culture, they kind of cold. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a damn. They're trying to strive to the top no matter who they step, and they just pretty much cutthroat. They don't give a damn. Like, it's like whatever with them, you know? But like I said, at one point, our people were a little bit more compassionate, you know? I don't know where this holier than thou attitude came from. I mean, I guess so many years of indoctrination and brainwashing, you know, brought our people to this point where they just look down on others, especially our own. Like, you could see a brother or a sister struggling and you up there looking your nose down, but yet you holier than thou. You go to church every Sunday and you know Jeebus, but you mistreating his children in the street. Like, you're such the biggest freaking hypocrite. I swear to, I can't even swear. I don't want to swear on God because God is a verb. I mean, shoot, anything could be God, but I'm not going to swear on the creator. You know what I'm saying? But on some real, like, I don't know. This holiday was a day where they used to sell slaves half price on the market after Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? That was Black Friday. Black, you know, in other countries, from learning from Sabir, you know, learning some new things. He said black in other countries basically is black in other countries basically means slave. So when these brothers be going to, like he said, to Dubai and places like that with the pale skinned Arabs, they be calling them black, like we're slaves, like in their language. They talk in their language, but they be calling them slaves. And these coonaboos or jigaboos be sitting up here smiling like these people are their friends. These particular people are not your friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to start, like I like what Sabir Bey doing. He bridging the gap, you know, between cultures. But, you know, we need to stop using that word black. Black Friday? Come on, it's nothing positive out of the word black. Stop embracing that word like it's means something. It means nothing. I say it in every podcast episode damn near. Black means nothing. Stop calling yourself black. We're Moors, period. You don't believe me? Go watch Sabir Bey. Sabirbey. Sabir Bey. Go check out his videos. Go check out his feeds, man. Like, brother on point. He's showing y'all some real history. People sleeping on this bro. He need donations. He needs sponsors. He need people to back him. He is doing something big here. And how many times do our people go around ignoring our great people that come along in history? We don't acknowledge them until they dead. Well, I ain't trying to see Brother Sabir dead. I want to see Brother Sabir get this information out. And how about we win for once? By educating ourselves and uplifting ourselves instead of fighting over nothing. I look today and I realize, I'm like, wow, we are really like so far gone into what we should be focusing on. We focusing on TV shows and holidays, and we should really be focusing in on our issues at hand. You're going to have to take responsibility at some point. You cannot keep running, sir. Slave, I remain, because that's calling yourself black. That you might as well be called sir, because that's what you acting like, a slave remaining. You know, you're letting the narrative, especially on a television show, determine your future. I notice people act like people on television. Like, you see a TV show, you'll see somebody in, like, you know, in reality that act like that. You know, you're like, wow, it's just like the TV show, not realizing that people are being programmed every day. When you're sitting up there watching TV for hours on end, you're programming yourself. That's why it's called TV programming. Let's get back to our normal TV programming. Yes, definitely. It's called that, you know? But people are out Black Friday shopping thinking they're getting a deal, getting ripped off. You better off going Cyber Monday shopping. At least you can do it online and it's Monday. It ain't Friday. I say we get rid of these holidays altogether, because researching these holidays, they weren't good stories behind these holidays we celebrate every year. I mean, year in, year out, same damn thing. I know we was not meant to be here to live, to consume, and just work for these motherfuckers and just pay them our money and just do a few little holidays to get little trinkets here and there. Cause really we are slaving for our trinkets. We're slaving for our trinkets. Okay? So in a minute, it is time to let this stuff go. It's really time to let these material things go. What did Christ say? Didn't he say live in simplicity? I think somewhere in the Bible say live in simplicity, because simplicity, you don't have to worry about all that stuff. The European man brought all this complex stuff here. He brought all this complex, complicated shit here. We don't need all that. With his problems he brought, we created everything, but he's bringing the issues with it. You know what I'm saying? We created stuff. It was meant to help on a good scale. They hog it and keep it and try and do bad with it. Like, let good be good. Like, seriously. And our own people, some of our own who sold us out, be working right with them, because they would never know the secrets if our own wouldn't tell them the secrets. You know what I'm saying? So who do you really blame in this situation? Who do you blame? Who is to blame? You get what I'm saying? But I want to talk about my experience today talking on IG Live with Sabir Bey. Very humble brother. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Is very, very easy to talk to. Just overall great demeanor. You could tell that it's the spirit moving him. You could tell that he's not doing this for no reason. He's not trying to be on some self-righteous. He really cares about the people. And see, I understand that drive inside, because I also go through similar things as such. I'm always dropping words like this. I'm doing a podcast and a blog informing people. Really, I don't have to give a damn about the people, but I do for some reason. Ever since I was a little girl, I felt like my duty was to save the world, or help try to save the world. And my mother always says, you can't save the world, so you shouldn't stress yourself out, because you're not going to be able to save the world. You're going to have to grow tough skin, or this world's going to eat you alive. I'm very sensitive to emotions and pain and things as such. I'm very sensitive. I'm not weak. I'm just sensitive. I shed tears when I see inhumane things done to people. Like, it hurts my heart. It hurts my soul. Like, I hurt inside. I cry. Some people, like I say, will call it, like, try to look at it as weak, but no, I still have a heart. That's what that's called. My heart hurts for people. It bleeds out for people because it hurts when I see wrongful things happening to people. But I respect this brother, because he gets out there and he risks his life. He's risking his, life, giving us this information. He don't have to tell us nothing. There's plenty of times where he said he could have sold out, but I thank him for not selling out, because we need people who are going to be real and to tell the truth and to keep it 1,000, like I said, keep it real. Keep it real, okay? And you rarely run across real people nowadays. We actually sat up there for a good minute talking, and it was a wonderful, little dialogue between us. It was a deep little dialogue. It wasn't too crazy. And I really enjoyed that. He informed me about, certain songs, like a Prince song he informed me of, where it's talking about you have to know how to play the game. And it's true. You do have to know how to play this game, because it's a very dirty game. It's a rabbit hole. Like it say, it's a rabbit hole, and it's very deep. We talked about Ibn Khaldun, or Khaldun. He's a book you should get from him. really every black, so-called black person in America should read it if they call themselves reading and researching. You know, he just put me up on a lot of different things, like in other countries, especially over there, you don't want to call yourself an American there because they'll try to get you. And I'm like, wow, see, he's a really good travel guide, you know, and I really think that people should really support this brother. He's doing great things, man, and he's really trying to reach the youth, and he wants to get the truth to the youth. The problem is, this is the problem. It's not the European person that's stopping this brother. It's our own people stopping this brother from moving forward. And I don't understand what is wrong with our people. Please let it go. Let it go. Okay, you had your time. You can still have your time. This is not a competition. Everybody can win. And that's what our people need to understand. Everybody can win. It's not a competition, guys. We need to unify and figure out how to get out this mess, and then we'll sit back and sort out what needs to be sorted out. But can we at least come together for once in unity, just to say, okay, you know what? We got one common thing in common. We know our nationality. We're Moors. We might be more as Jews, we might be more as Christians, we might be more as Muslims, whatever. More as Catholics, I don't know, you know, whatever. We're still Moors. You get what I'm saying? That is the key thing of unity. And like I said, he was talking about Hip Hop History Month, and I thought that was pretty cool because, yes, music, especially hip hop, did unite the world at one time. Hip hop united the world. It's still uniting the world. But I'm just saying, when hip hop came on the scene, you had all nations of people getting it to this certain type of style, culture. Anywhere it go, everybody is spitting lyrics and you know, they know the elements, break dancing and graffitiing and, you know, MCing and DJing. It is a culture that is unreal, and it basically keeps life alive. Hip hop keeps everything going because in Americas, the so-called blacks or the Moors created hip hop. And that is a universal language for all people to understand. Everybody understand hip hop. Old, young, new and old. Everybody understands hip hop. So this is Hip Hop History Month. It's coming to an end. But, you know, it's a lot of great artists out there that's still underground that I feel like a lot of people should start listening to again, to bring to the forefront. All these mainstream artists, they're not bringing substance. We need to bring that substance back so that we can continue to build our communities and continue to coexist with one another through hip hop and music and unifying the people, because we are living in a time where, you know, it's too much division going on, and divided we fall, united we stand. You get what I'm saying? So the conversation was very good between me and the bro. You know, the other guy jumped on, I guess, the one who was insinuating, you know, him to do the live. But I'm really, really happy that I got a chance to actually speak with the brother, and we actually got a chance to chop it up. And I do know in the future, more than likely, everybody will be crossing paths. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're on a mission, you meet people who kind of got the same mindset that you would have. You know what I'm saying? My thing is I'm bred, like, as far as the more information, I just found out at the beginning of this year, and I found out from a brother named Travis Ill, Noble Travis Ill. You know what I'm saying? And he's the one that actually put me on. And I actually gave him the chance to explain himself, because it was other brothers that was my youngest brother came to me and with this information, but I rejected because I was into the Hebrew Israelite studies really heavy. So I really didn't take it in. But now, looking back, I'm like, wow, if I would have took that in then, imagine how much further I would be now. But everything happens for a reason, you know. But yeah, I really started paying attention because, you know, me, I connect the dots. When I was into the, you know, I'm still into the Bible. You know, I still could go back and reference the book. But when I was into really looking and seeking the truth, it was a complication that came about as far as us being in a predicament that we just basically would be led to the slaughter. But no, only dumb animals or people that don't know no better or no knowledge get led to the slaughter. If you are on your square and you have knowledge, knowledge is power. Nothing will happen to you. You will be absolutely fine. You get what I'm saying? So it's a difference between ignorance and knowledge. Okay, I do see the gap. I do see what's going on. A lot of people don't want to read. A lot of people don't want to research. But in order to do your job, sometimes you have to do the painstaking research. It's painstaking, yes. It's taking forever. You don't get to have no fun like that. Yes, yes, it's all that. But sometimes it's not just about having fun. It's about actually getting on and learning a lesson from whatever the situation was. Okay, so I like I said, I had a cool day today. It was really, it started off crazy too. It was raining real bad, a nasty rain, like just nasty pour down rain, and it went to slowly cheering up the day as we went along. um I would like to basically talk about some other stuff that I was looking at. And here in this country, we really don't know what it's like to really challenge the government. And it's because I know a lot of people are afraid of the government, but if they understood politics and realized the Republican form of government, which is in the U.S. Constitution, Article 4, Section 4, the Republican form of government, how it's supposed to be, you shouldn't fear your own, representation or whatever. But the thing is this, we have to learn the Constitution and the laws and things of the land so that we're able to better defend ourselves. I'm gonna be on YouTube reading the Constitution of America, reading certain books and of the laws and things online. I would like to turn my channel into an entertainment educational channel as well. You know what I'm saying? It just because I am an entertainer. I sing, I songwrite, I do things like that. But I also like to drop knowledge and give information too. So it's kind of like a win-win type of thing. I'm really, trying to find balance in what I am trying to do here. So, we'll work it out, make sure things happen the best that they can, and just keep it moving. But I'm here to basically let you know that tonight will be my final podcast of the year. Okay, we're going to wrap up this year with this is my final podcast. Next year, I'm coming with guest speakers and everything. I'll be back next year. Some things came up that I have to take care of, and I will not have time to be doing podcasts or blogs. So I rescheduled everything. I have to put everything back into rescheduling and basically let you know that, hey, this is going to be the final blog of the year, before we move into 2020. Okay. I might come in on the 31st. I don't know. It depends on what the situation's looking like. I might come in on the 31st to kind of say, hey, everybody, but we all know the real New Year is in the spring because that's when flowers grow. But, according to the Roman calendar, January 1st is the New Year. But if you really use your common sense, though, does it make sense to celebrate? Well, the fall. Does it make sense to celebrate the New Year in the middle of winter than celebrate it during the spring or the bringing of flowers? I know different religions and Wiccan. I read in the Wiccan Bible that that's pretty much how it is. But I'm leaving out. I won't be back until next year. I like I said, I have some things that I have to take care of. But you know, I really had a wonderful start this year. Um, I started in October, no, the end of September, early October. I've been doing this for a couple of months. I really enjoy doing this, and I could see myself doing this moving forward in the future. I definitely will make sure that I will get you content and information that is useful and that of what you need. And during these times back too, I'll probably be writing up stuff and putting it out, just blogs, because like I said, I can still release my blogs. It's just the podcast I'm not going to do for a little while. Like I said, I'm trying to recruit and get myself together, got things to do. So I'm definitely going to miss talking on the podcast, because I know I like to talk a lot, but you know how that go. you know can't have your cake and eat it too. But you know I know in order for us all to move forward, we just got to keep a positive mindset and continue to move forward in this game, okay? Because we have too many enemies that we're fighting. So if we link up together and all link, then we can protect ourselves from outside forces and things as such, because we're looking out for one another. You know, it's like that. We have to do what we have to do. But like I said, I'm going to cut this podcast short tonight because I have some things that I need to get done. But I just wanted to basically come on and inform you of my day, and talking to Sabir Bay, and just Black Friday, and how you really should not celebrate it, because it's like disrespectful to you and your ancestors. These Europeans just laugh in your face because they know that you're not going to go back and read. And like I said, I encourage everybody to read. Reading and learning how to do things is what's going to get you ahead in life. If you don't know how to comprehend, like some people that be on, I be seeing them speaking, and I'm like, this person don't seem like they have common sense, you know. Yeah, that type. But anyway, if you like this content, please go and like my page on Facebook, the Swarthy Communique, up for discussion, the blog and podcast. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And if you would like to see more video content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I might be going ahead uploading videos in the near future, so that you could put a face to the voice and just kind of see what Swarthy is about. I've been, like I said, I've been wanting to do this forever. I just been not really camera shy. I don't know. I just felt like sometimes you just feel like things is kind of impossible, but until you actually get up and do it, and then you realize, oh, it's not that bad. You could also follow me on Helonus, okay? And if you would like to keep up with my blogs, please go to www.swarthycommunique.com to check out my blog and my past podcast as well. I'll be, like I said, in somewhere in 2020, I'll be coming with season 2 of my podcast and have more blogs to put up. But until then, pretty much I'm just trying to maintain and do what I gotta do until I do raise up and bring you some more things. And next year, we coming with the astrology. We're coming with the crystal information and about different crystals. I'll be talking about different crystals and their healing properties and what they do. I'll be talking about astrology and bits and parts, the aspects, the actual signs in the houses and what they mean and what they represent. We got a lot of stuff to cover, and like I said, I want to make sure I get you some good information to you, so that you can go research and learn how to teach your children the truth about our culture, our heritage, and our history. I really see our goal and mission. And at the end of the day, when I was on Sabir Bay's feed on Instagram, his live feed, I told him, hey, the youth is the future. The youth is who is going to take this to the next level. They're going to run with this. You know, our generation, we're putting it out there. It's like, it's weird because I got to put it like this. When it comes to hip hop, it's almost as if we were being programmed as kids. All the people that are coming out now with the truth and speaking up, it's like we were all programmed. And at a certain time, this program is kicking in because I was an MC. Like I said, before I sung and did music or anything, I was an MC. I spit lyrics. I listened to lyrics. I was understanding what was going on in the world because I listened to hip hop under my bro's speaker. I'm telling you, bumping the songs. I knew not to be up in nobody, you know, not be out there gossiping like that and out there being loose and fresh. Like they was talking about it in the music. So I was a hip hop girl. I tell you, I was a hip hop girl. Okay. And I went by, even to the West Coast rap that came out, NWA. I do like NWA. Some of their songs I do like, but I feel like as far as hip hop goes, when NWA dropped that type of music, it changed the flow of hip hop. It took it to a more violent approach instead of using your brain to get out of stuff like we were doing, using your knowledge. Knowledge is power. We went to grab a gun and pop a nigga. And that's what I'm saying. When hip hop changed over the years, and that's when I started losing kind of interest in it. Like it more so became partying, dancing, and hey, that's my song. Eventually I just went to R&B and just started listening to R&B and stuff. I stopped listening to hip hop because when the real artists started dropping off of the television, because back then that's all we had. We didn't have internet like that back then. When the people started dropping off, we was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like all the real rappers dropped off. You know, they're not here no more. And me, I just lost track. I started having babies and I lost track of hip hop, you know, but hip hop was my life. I grew up hip hop, born and raised hip hop. Feel like it's in my soul. It's in my bones. So I understand when people, the love you feel for hip hop, it was unity. It was a worldwide, you know, nobody was hating. Everybody was getting around, getting along, dancing together, kicking it together. That's what I'm talking about. We all get hyped together. No matter what your ethnicity, no matter what your nationality, we all be somewhere jigging together. That's what I'm like, dang, how come we can't get to that point? I've always been for world unity. Real up, I always been for world unity. I mean, I don't feel like, oh, these people aren't in my corner. These people aren't in my corner. I don't feel that way. Yo, I always felt like we was a big ass family. Even in the hood, when I was chilling in the hood with my people, like, and I would see the Hispanics. I noticed in every hood all across the United States, you always gonna find so-called blacks and Hispanics who are the Moors and the amalgamated Moors chilling together all the time. Never fails. Have you ever thought to sit back and think, why are they always in our neighborhood? Are we such, you know what I'm saying? Because we're all one people and they just got us thinking that we're divided. Okay? That it's only an illusion. It's not the real deal. It's a freaking illusion. But like I said, let me go ahead and get up off this podcast. I done went over. Like I said, thank you for tuning in for the year. If you want to go back and listen to my stuff, please do. You know what I'm saying? You can show support, you know, by looking and hey, comment, say something. If you don't agree with something, say something. You know, if you agree with something, say something. You know, let's open up some dialogue because we got to get this truth out. We got to get the truth out. Like I say in most of my other ones, we will never heal until we keep it real. We will never heal until we keep it real. We will never heal until we keep it real. And I mean that. We will never heal until we keep it real. So thank you for listening and tuning in tonight. I'm heading out. Y'all have a great night and peace. Hey, what's the news today? You're chilling with your girl Swarthy Communique. So hey. What's the news today? You chillin' with your girl Swarthy Communique. So hey, what's the news today? You chillin' with your girl Swarthy Communique. So hey, what's the news today? You chillin' with your girl Swarthy Communique. So hey, what's the news today? You chillin' with your girl Swarthy Communique.